We've got Football in Focus teed up indoors on Battleground Avenue. Just got through with Jay Ramey, Rockingham County reporter for us. Got Faizon Brandon with us from Grimsley, the Whirlies. Faizon, that's F-A-I-Z-O-N, right?
Yes, sir.
I probably misspelled that 150 times, but I always get the last name. I used to go Brandon Faizon. You get the NFL player by that name. So this kid is outstanding at Grimsley right now. You're at the Whirlies football team. When did you first begin to feel like this is your team?
At the end, after the end of the game, at the state game, the coach was telling me, I'm up that game. Time to start now. Getting the guys together, going, throwing, getting the chemistry down over the summer, going into this year.
It kind of came together last year at that Durham game when you guys closed it out. That's pretty much when you took over. You knew it was your team then.
Yes, sir.
It's gone good for you. Ryan Stevens, a lot of respect for Ryan. Saw him on WFNY News 2, interviewed him about the championship game, not getting the title when Newbern forfeited the game. But anyway, Ryan, we've not heard his name mentioned a lot this year and this week, so I think it shows one thing. Since people aren't talking about Ryan, but they're talking about Faizon Brandon now. I think you've pretty much taken that job, and it's pretty much yours. You kind of cast Ryan. He's down in the background. It's all you, and all the spotlight's going your way. And you've handled that spotlight well. How have you been able to handle this spotlight so well? Because not everybody's. He's talking about. A lot of people are talking about you right now. How do you handle that spotlight?
Try to take it all in and try to stay focused on the game. Let it get to my head a little too much, try not to worry about it. So
a lot of Twitter stuff, though, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
I tell you, you go to a lot of games. Whenever you go to a game, there's going to be tons and tons of people. Yeah. All these schools want you. You used to be more of a basketball player, in my opinion, than you were a football player, maybe at Southeast. I didn't see you much in football there. I saw you a lot in basketball.
Yeah.
But when did you start leaning more toward the football side of things?
I'm pretty much always liked football more than basketball. I would say I was pretty good at it. I think it's probably because I was able to dunk and stuff in 8th grade, so yeah. Then that's what, yeah.
Which was, so basketball might have been your first love, and football has gotten stronger as you got more into it.
Yeah, it was a point where I did like basketball more than football, but it's starting to, I like football more. So,
you'll still be playing basketball this year, though?
Yeah, yes,
gotcha.
sir.
It's going to be a lot different team this year, too.
Yeah.
Ooh, Alex will be on his way to North Carolina. Alex Taylor, when he finishes up in December, he'll be heading that way.
Yeah.
Had Jalen move over toward Smith. Had Zach go over toward Wesleyan, and you still got some guys that are with you. But it's going to be the funny thing is, the football team became your team.
Yeah.
Some ways, I may be wrong. I'm speculation, just kind of looking ahead, whatever. Guessing even the basketball team might be your team too this year.
Yeah.
What position is your most comfortable position in basketball? Because you could be probably a number of different positions. What's your favorite position in basketball? Where you like to play?
Probably the 3 and the 4. Yep, definitely.
And the coach pretty much puts you in on the inside, around the area inside.
Yeah.
But you can bring the ball and handle the ball too, I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
Plus you can also dunk, do all those things too.
Yeah.
And you were dunking back in the 7th or 8th grade?
Yeah. I started being able to dunk in the 7th grade. Yeah. They got really consistent in the 8th grade though. Who
was that other guy? There were 2 guys on your team, at least 2, on your team back in 8th grade. It was you and another guy who were the top 2 players. You remember who the other guy was?
King Gibson, yeah.
Gibson, where's he at now?
It's a private school, I think it's TBS.
Okay, the Burlington school?
Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
he's playing just all focused in basketball?
Yep,
gotcha.
He's doing pretty good.
Wow, because you 2 were dominant. The game I remember, I'm going to get back to some other football, but the game I remember was the game at Northwest that night. And the game started out over, I think it was, I'm sure you guys, the game started out over in the middle school gym, then they moved to the big gym.
Yep, yeah.
And then they didn't even play the game that night.
Yeah.
That was a crazy night because they had some kind of fire alarm went off in the middle school gym at Northwest, moved over to the main high school gym. They were going to play it, and they finally said, no, we're not playing tonight.
Yeah.
That was a crazy night.
Yeah.
I remember the game at Jamestown, I think it was at Jamestown, the championship game, when you guys won the title, because I interviewed you over there too that game.
Yes, sir.
You guys won the Guilford County School title that night.
Yep.
And Coach Pearson was your coach.
Yep.
Good days at Southeast, but great days at Grimsley. Some other things about now, running the football versus passing the football. When, as a quarterback, when do you decide you're going to run it, as far as that goes?
If it's not a play designed for me to run it, then it'll be whenever the play, either a play breaks down or I don't see anything, and I just try to get as many yards as I can and get close to the first down marker and get out of bounds.
What are some things that allowed you to become a better runner? Because your running yardage this year, I mean, I'm just thinking back to what I wrote on my website, on the website this week, not calling mine, it's a worldwide web, so it's the entire world site. But I remember you were close to 300 yards at least rushing. So what's allowed you to become a better runner this year, you think?
I think seeing Ryan, I learned a lot from Ryan last year. So
Yeah, Ryan was a good runner because
Yeah.
Ryan had the little smaller body and just kind of looked more like he looked like a stop and hard heave passer.
Yeah.
He looked like a stop and relaxed, long throwing passer.
yes, sir.
Wow. So when you're looking for Alex Taylor, what do you see in Alex when you're throwing him these passes? What do you see in Alex receiving out there?
I know if I get it near Alex, put in a good position, I know he's pretty much going to make the play every time. If I just give him a shot, I know he's going to make the play.
Where does he like it best, you think?
Can you say it one more time?
Where does he like it best, the ball coming to him? Where does he like it best, you think?
Well, higher so where he can jump and get it, or like pretty much like back shoulder, kind of back shoulder. Yeah.
See him a lot. Makes a lot of nice sideline catches.
Yeah, definitely.
He and Terrell Anderson both do, man. They use that sideline and use the corner of the end zone pretty well too. 'Cause
Yeah.
Alex had that one play against the team. It was one of the Forsyth County teams. He caught the ball in the corner. They didn't give him the TD, but then he came back about 3 plays later, caught the touchdown anyway.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of what those guys are. What about Terrell Anderson? What do you see when he goes out as a receiver? What are you looking for in him?
I know he's a strong runner. You know, if I get it out to him in space, then I know he's probably gonna make a few guys miss. And
So he's the old go route guy.
yeah,
Turn it loose, let him go.
yep, yes,
Wow, good stuff, good stuff. Mitchell Summers is a running back. When he takes a handoff, what kind of runner is he?
He's very, I'll say, slippery type of guy. Whenever it's like they can't take him down, you know. He's a very strong runner. He reads his blocks very well. And
When
makes
he's
plays.
running, you're standing. You okay? Here, you're the quarterback. You hand the ball off to Mitchell Summers. After he gets the ball, I never even asked this question before because almost every time it's sent, when the quarterback he's almost like a forgotten part of the play.
Yeah.
What happens when you hand that ball? What are you doing then? Do you step back and get out of the way, or do you watch the play? Do you run? What do you do next after you hand the ball off?
Well, I'll hand it and try to carry my fake to the DN.
I got
Yeah.
you.
Yes,
Follow
sir.
through, like the old
Yeah.
basketball free throw shot. You follow through as a quarterback.
Yes, sir.
Often, what about the quarterback? What does he do after he hands the ball? Because nobody's looking at him. Once he gives it up, it's all about the runner then.
Yeah.
Run the field. Do you ever go upfield and get involved in the play anymore, or do you just stay back from that?
I think I did the first game. I did one game. I got one little block. Yeah.
That little block helps out too. What about Mitchell running that ball? You like to see him running, I'm sure.
Yeah. He's strong runner. You know, I have a lot of faith in him.
The weird thing about him as a runner and a running back, he may be the one I remember last year. I don't know if he caught a pass. One of the Grimsley players in the past few years, he didn't catch one pass out of the backfield the entire year.
Yeah.
It was kind of strange because you didn't have to throw to him. Or
Yeah.
Grimsley did not have to throw to the back. You
Yeah.
don't throw to him much at all, do you?
No, not much.
I wouldn't
No, sir.
think. Who backs him up when he's out? Who's next?
Micah. It's,
Micah.
He's in my grade. Yeah, his name is Micah Williams.
Right. I heard the name. Yeah, I got you now. Who's your backup?
Jaquez Crawford.
Jaquez Crawford. I think I remember Crawford from the JV games too over at Grimsley.
Yeah.
A couple of times. Coach Darrell Brown, what makes him the best coach for Grimsley and the Whirlies? What makes him the best coach over there?
Just how when he talks to us, like, you know, he's not going to let us down. You know, he's going to let us follow his lead and just give us his all. So we have
He
to give
backs
us
up
his
what
all.
he says.
Yeah.
A lot of energy too.
Yeah, yes, sir.
A lot of
Definitely.
energy, Coach Brown. What about your position coach? Who's your position coach? What do you learn from him? Who's the quarterback coach at Grimsley?
I'm Coach Tripp, Jesse Tripp.
Jesse Tripp.
He teaches me a lot. You know, we'll come in the mornings, we'll go over film. We'll actually have a class now, like where we watch film.
Huh.
And doing that with him taught me a lot.
What do
So-
they call that class?
Well, it's like a seminar class.
It's before school or during school?
It's during school.
That's a good because that's a good class to get your hands on there because
Yeah.
you can take care of your football work even in the classroom setting.
Yep.
So Coach Tripp, he's also the offensive coordinator, is that right?
Yes, sir.
He's making it all happen for you guys.
Yep.
Coach Jesse Tripp and Coach Darrell Brown. And Coach Brown's got a lot of football background in his family, too. And what about his little son? Is it Cam?
Cam.
Yeah,
Yep.
Cam. I think is he like a future quarterback? You think you ever take him under your wing, work with him any? What's it?
I think he'll either play wide receiver.
Wide receiver maybe, huh?
Yeah.
Cam Brown, the future wide receiver, Grimsley Whirlies. What about tomorrow night? You guys have Ragsdale, right?
Yes, sir.
What do you see in Ragsdale? You getting ready for them? I know you go with the same game plan every week, and just perfect that game plan. But what do you expect out of Ragsdale as far as the challenge goes there?
They have a pretty good defense. Their defense is not too bad, but I think that's what we have to worry about. We're talking about not to play down to their level and just keep on executing, raising the level.
If I could see that film a couple of years ago, you mentioned, we'll get to some minute, talk some more about it. You were at that Tennessee South Carolina game on Saturday with Hendon Hooker at Tennessee. But a couple of years ago, Grimsley versus Ragsdale, and Hendon's brother Austin Hooker
Yeah.
Man, that was one of the best games against Grimsley. Anybody give them competition I've seen in years.
Yeah.
Austin Hooker took that ball down the field, and it was about a 6-point game late in the game. I mean, Ragsdale gave them all they wanted that game. It's not quite the same at Ragsdale now, but when Austin Hooker was there, Ragsdale was on the map then.
Yeah.
Fine
Yeah.
quarterback.
Yes,
Who do
sir.
you work with? Now, you probably got Coach Tripp, you work with him or Coach Brown, but when you're not around Grimsley, maybe during the off season, do you have like a quarterback trainer you work with?
Yeah, it's E43 Fitness. I deal with him, and Alex will be out there some, you know, so like we get
Working with you guys too?
Yeah.
What's the name of that fitness group again?
E43 Fitness.
E43.
Yes, sir.
Huh, where are they located out of? Here?
It's near Joe Davis Park.
Okay, Joe Davis Park.
That's where we train at. And stuff.
Gotcha. Now, hey, I've heard the name, but tell me again, where's Joe Davis Park located? General idea.
Near, let's say, you know, Rankin.
Yeah, going down
Elementary.
toward 29 that way?
Yeah, Rankin. It's near that area. It's a park near there.
Gotcha. E43 Fitness or Performance. Huh. All right. Did you see the play last Saturday, the 4th and 16 play? To me, that was the top play in all of football. College, high school, pro, at least one I saw. The 4th and 16 play in that college football. Did you see that play last week?
Again, with Tennessee?
It was in the Duke Notre Dame game.
Oh, I don't think I get
Sam
this.
Hartman, 4th and 16, took off running that football, ran up the field, got 17 yards on the 4th and 16. Notre Dame had to have it, and they wanted to win that game.
Yeah,
Beat the Duke Blue Devils. One of the best games I've seen, one of the best plays I've seen so far this year, too. Sam Hartman from Wake Forest transferred over to Notre Dame. Good move for him.
Yeah.
What about you moving into the college ranks? Any college? I know you've talked to several. You've heard from several. Any favorites so far?
I would say Tennessee, UNC, NC State, really my top right now.
Tennessee, UNC, NC State?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. NC State will call you tomorrow night after your game and say, "Can you come early?" It's could be going better there right now, I'm sure,
Yes,
for them, quarterback-wise. I mean, they got the kid from Virginia who's done okay, not great. And the guy Devin Leary, ever heard of Devin Leary State?
Oh, yeah.
Went to Kentucky. I mean, he's been tearing it up out there. I think Kentucky just knocking them out.
Yeah.
Doing great out there. Do you have a favorite college football player? Like, well, I know it has to be a quarterback. Got a favorite player out there?
I would say Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams at USC.
Yeah, yes, sir.
He's a Heisman Trophy hopeful. One of the possibilities. What about Drake May at Carolina?
Oh, yeah.
Is he a legitimate Heisman Trophy candidate? You
Yeah,
think?
he's a ball player. Yeah, I like his game style, like how he plays.
And those teams you mentioned again on that top 3 list right now were Tennessee, UNC, and NC State.
Yes, sir.
Well, NC State and UNC. Alex is going to UNC, and Anderson's going to NC State. So a couple of your guys already with those schools. And Travis Shaw, ever met Travis?
Yes. Yeah.
Big Trav?
Yeah.
Man. Big Cheesy, I think they call him sometimes too, is one of his nicknames. Travis Shaw, UNC lineman.
Yeah.
Tough guy.
Yep.
All right, in the pros, who lasts the longest unbeaten, the 49ers or the Eagles?
I'll say the Eagles.
Sunday night, the 49ers have the Cowboys Sunday night. It's going to be a big one. But the
I'll
Eagles?
say I think the Eagles will.
Do you have a favorite professional football team you watch?
No.
Let's say if you like the Panthers, we mentioned NC State job is open. You can get that one. You might have a chance at the Panthers job.
Yeah.
I thought Hendon Hooker. I know Hooker cannot play this year because of injury. I was just thinking, boy, a couple times I watched those games of the Panthers, watched Hendon back in college. I'm thinking, boy, Hendon could almost do just as good as what's going on with Bryce Young right now. No disrespect toward Young, the quarterback out of Alabama, but I think Hooker could probably do just as good right now.
Yes, sir.
But he won't be doing it because he's with the Lions, and he'll do for them. Here's another one, too. Have you heard anything so far college football? Heard from these guys yet? Talk Liberty yet?
No, sir.
Hey, man, give those guys some consideration.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got this in the mail to those guys today. This is their football letter winners from years ago, which I was one of many, many moons ago. They've got the big, talked about earlier with Rock Ramey, they've got the big 50th anniversary of football going at Liberty, so check those guys out in the future as far as that goes. But, I mean, Liberty, Malik Willis, you may not have heard of him. He played well there and went with the Titans.
Okay.
And they won some big games. So tomorrow night, you guys got Ragsdale. What does Grimsley need to do to beat Ragsdale and remain unbeaten?
Just stick with the game plan, not try to do anything that we usually don't do. Just try to raise the level that we play. Just keep on.
Yeah. What is the general game plan for you going into the game? What's your general? You don't have to give us all the details, but the general game plan for you going into the game. What's your plan?
stay focused and just execute.
Do you have any like number of goals going to the game? You want to throw 2 touchdowns or anything like that?
No, sir.
No, none of those goals. So the future is bright right now for Faizon Brandon. That's Faizon. Got to get that first name right all the time. Faizon Brandon. Future's bright. Friday night, you got the big game. Ragsdale, where will we be on Saturday?
UNC.
UNC for the big game there.
Yes, sir.
Who are they playing? Do you know?
Syracuse.
Syracuse.
Yeah.
Night game or afternoon game?
Yeah, 3:30.
3:30.
Yeah, 3:30 game.
It'll be on some kind of TV, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Faizon, you came in.
Sir.
Bigger than ever. The legs are bigger than some of my arms, so you're doing the job. Keep up the good work. Thanks for being with us. Look forward to seeing you in the future. Always welcome at GreensboroSports.com. Faizon Brandon.
Thank you for having me.
You got it. Faizon Brandon with us on Football in Focus. Up next, we've got our guys coming in from the Northern Guilford Nighthawks, so we'll take a break and be right back.